Hello viewers and listeners, welcome again to the second part of narration. In the previous class we have already talked about tense and its details. Today we shall discuss about person, sentence and changing words or changing time. So stay with us and watch our video at the end of the class. We know the form of persons are three: subject, object and possessive. We know possessive are divided into two forms. One is possessive adjective and another is possessive pronoun. Possessive pronoun is not needed in this class. We only talk about possessive adjective. Okay. Subject, object, and possessive. These are the three forms of persons. You know. I is subject, me is object, and my is possessive. Subject, object, possessive. That means I, me, my. You, your. He, him, his. She, her, her. We, us, our. They, them, their, it, its. So these all are the forms of person: subject, object, and possessive. Now we have to know about the structures of sentence, how to identify what kind of sentence it is. Okay. Sure. My dear listeners, you know, according to its meaning, sentences are kinds of five. One is assertive, two, in the item of narration, you have clear idea about these sentences. So how to know what sentence it is? For that we have to know the structures of the sentences. But today I will show how can we catch or how can we negotiate easily what sentence it is. Look at this. This is interrogative. How can we understand that it is interrogative? If you find question mark, at the end of the sentence, you should take it as interrogative sentence. So I am repeating again. If you find question mark at the end of the sentence, it will be what? It will be interrogative sentence. Come to the next. An imperative sentence. What is imperative sentence? Imperative sentence is a kind of sentence which starts with verb. You will get verb at the beginning of the sentence. So, if you see there is verb at the beginning of the sentence but there is no question mark at the end of the sentence, then you can call it as imperative sentence. Okay. Then come to the next sentence, that is exclamatory. How can you understand that it is exclamatory? If you find exclamation mark at the end of the sentence, you can call it exclamatory sentence. It is a very easy way to understand that it is exclamatory sentence. What is the way? If you find exclamation mark at the end of the sentence, you can easily call it that it is exclamatory sentence. So already three we have done. We have two remaining. What are the two? Assertive and optative. So what is assertive and what is optative? You should keep in mind that an optative sentence starts with may or long life. Look at this. May or long life. Long life. These two words are available in the optative sentence. You find at the beginning of the sentence of optative. Those are may and long live. may and long live, if you find at the beginning of the sentence, we can easily call it that it is optative sentence. And so one is left, it is assertive, and it is very easy. Already 4 have done and 1 is remaining. That is assertive sentence. And what is assertive sentence? The structure of the assertive sentence, you should keep in mind that you find one subject, verb, one verb, and object. That is assertive sentence. So 5 have done already, and you already understand how to negotiate, how to catch what sentence is it. First of all, you have to know about interrogative sentence. Okay, you find question mark at the end of the sentence, that is interrogative sentence, complete interrogative sentence. And what is imperative sentence? If you find that a sentence starts with verb, you can easily call it that it is imperative sentence. So this is the verb fact. If you find verb at the beginning of the sentence, you can call it what? You can call it imperative sentence. Okay, imperative sentence is complete. Now you can come to the exclamatory sentence. If you find exclamation mark at the end of the sentence, you can call it exclamatory sentence. So these 3 already have done. Only 2 are remaining. What are the 2s? One is assertive and one is optative. Already I have told you that if you find may or long live at the beginning of the sentence, you can call it that it is an optative sentence. And what is assertive sentence? An assertive sentence consists of one subject, one verb, and object. That is assertive sentence. So it is very well to memorize or keep in mind that sentences are 5 and their structures. And if you find assertive sentence in the if you find that in the reported speech, look at this. Meena said, I am a student. This is an indirect narration. Meena said, I am a student. This is reporting verb. This is reporting verb, and this is reported speech. This is reported speech. This reporting verb will be changed according to the structure of the sentence. If this reported speech is in assertive sentence, reporting verb will be said or told. Reporting verb will be what? Reporting verb will be said or told if you find reported speech in assertive sentence. But if you find reported speech in interrogative, then your reporting verb will be asked. And if you find reported speech in imperative sentence, it will be told, requested, advised, ordered, and so on. You can use a lot of available option for imperative sentence. If you find the reported speech, the sentence is in imperative, you can use told or requested or advised and so on. The next is optative sentence. If you find reported speech is an optative sentence, the reporting verb will be wished or prayed. Or easily you can use wished or prayed for reporting verb if you find optative sentence in the inverted comma or in the reported speech. Okay. But the reported speech, if the reported speech is in exclamatory sentence, you can use for reporting verb exclaimed with joy or sorrow or wonder, and so on. So what we have learned from these sentences, that we know the structures of the sentences by this mark or this mentionable part. Okay. And for reporting verb, if this reported speech is in assertive, reporting verb will be said or told. And if reported speech is in interrogative, reporting verb will be asked. And if it is imperative, reporting verb will be told, requested, or advised. If it is optative, reporting verb will be wished or prayed. And if it is exclamatory, reporting verb will be exclaimed with joy or exclaimed with sorrow. So that's all for the sentences, and it is very crucial technique or very crucial part for narration. That's all for sentences. So next is changing words or time. I will show changing words or time. Dear students, already we have talked about tense, persons, and sentences. So one is left. What is changing words? Changing words or changing time. Changing words or changing time. Now I show how to do this changing words or time. Changing words or time, you know very well that some words belongs to time or phrase you need to change. For an example, today will be that day. Today will be that day. Tomorrow will be the next day. The next day. This will be that. This will be that. So like this and so on and so on. Like this way you need to change changing words or time. So that's all you have seen, you have found, you have learned that you need tense, person, sentence, and changing words to do well for narration. If you know very well about these 4 essential parts of narration, I think and I hope that you can do better in doing narration, and you can easily make a statement into direct or indirect narration very easily. That's all for the part 2 of narration class. That's all. Thank you.